下呢，在比赛的时候呢，就会需要大家的帮忙。那同时呢，在东侧的路口呢，有我们台虎精酿 Kings 新庄城堡户外的 bar， 可以让大家等等呢先 pre-drink 一下。那之后呢，结束呢，我们再各自呢再去享受我们的跨年之夜。
没错，我们让状态更好呢。进场之后，我们来一个更嗨的叫声。那我们呢，场馆周边也增设了非常多的闯关游戏。完成呢我们的关卡后，将闯关的小卡投入我们新年好礼摸彩箱，就可以获得我们 Kings 的好礼。那我们场馆这一次也新增了全台唯一的 Area 02跟我们 Kings 联名的城堡夹鞋机。 只要凭新庄主场的商品部消费证明发票，就有机会呢，可以将我们 AJ1 OG Lost and Found， 还有我们的 Nike Dunk 2双潮鞋都带回家。
那在12月31以及1月1号呢，新北国王呢也会呢穿上全新的城市版的球衣。那城市版上面的天际线以及呢渐层呢，就象征新北市民 日夜的打拼，为这个城市呢更加欣欣向荣，以及呢我跟汉弟身上穿的 Remix 系列商品呢 ，Queens 的限量商品呢，小朋友的限量商品呢，全家都可以在我们的商品部去做一个选购。
没错，我们新年好礼再加码，森宝集团呢将在这2天的中场游戏举行 Sample 森宝中场 Logo Shot。 那我们将邀请到4位球迷呢，与我们一起共襄盛举，一起同乐。最终的获胜者将会获得森宝集团精心准备的森宝65寸4K QLED 量子点旗舰轰天雷。想要参赛的朋友们呢，千万不要错过。那当然呢，我们的大家长 王文祥董事长，我们的王董和他的家人们都回来了。那我们请王董跟城堡的诸位一起挥手致意，打个招呼，大家给我们的王董一个尖叫声。好的，接下来呢，我们也特别的介绍，当然来到我们现场的还有我们 TVBS 的董事长，我们的陈文琪陈董，以及我们新北市政府社会局的 吴淑芳吴副局长，大家给这以上的嘉宾们一点掌声吧 ，Come on！ 好，我们呢新北国王为了回馈更多我们新北市民，今天特别与新北市社会局合作，邀请我们新北小卫星据点将近500位的小朋友一同观赏赛事。我们希望在这2022的最后一天呢，诸位都可以感受到我们的温暖。那我们小朋友在哪里？我们小朋友尖叫声以及挥挥手跟大家打个招呼，好不好？ 哇！好多在我们的左上角以及右上角，满满的都是我们的小朋友，我们新北小卫星据点的小朋友啊。好，那我们这边呢，交给彭尊来讲解我们的 Lululemon。
那这一季呢，新北国王一样呢，和我们运动时尚机能 Lululemon 有一个合作。只要呢你进场呢凭票根，我们呢每一场比赛就会抽出8000元的 Lululemon 等值商品。在比赛后呢，1个月内可以到门市去做一个换取。所以呢，请所有的球迷呢务必呢留下你的票根，我们今天就会抽出幸运的球迷朋友。
没错，好，那接下来呢，为了应景我们跨年夜的烟火，这一次呢，我们特地邀请到新庄中平国中花式扯铃队的小朋友们，为我们带来精彩夺目的炫光扯铃秀，让我们用最大的掌声欢迎他们！ 中平国中花式车铃队的小朋友们，大家给他们一点掌声吧。好的，接下来的表演，相信大家呢都非常的期待。今天呢，让我们一起跨过2022，让他们看看哪个啦啦队最有特色。准备跟着国王一起拿下冠军，画下新的历史。让我们一起欢迎 New Taipei Queens。Okay, DJ sound. We drop the Queens.
Let me check my chest, my breath right quick. He ain't never seen it in a dress like this. He ain't never even been impressed like this. Probably why I got him quiet on the set like zip. Like it, love it, need it, bad. Take it, own it, steal it, fast. Boy, stop playing, grab my ass. Acting like you shy. Shut it, save it, keep it, pushing while you beating round the bush. And knowing you want all this. Never knock it till you try. Yeah. I let them bitches hate and I have you with me. I love my saying you mad committed. Really than anybody you had them ready. I let the body out of that ass and titties. It's been a long time since you. Probably why I got him quiet on the set like zip. All of them bitches hating, I have you with me. He ain't never seen it in a dress like this. He ain't never even been impressed like this. Do that, baby, all night long. And I'ma turn up all my phones. You know I hate it when I'm left on red. But he make it all up in the bed. And he take me out down and on with the best. He got off-white, on right. Damn, he could dress with the pants from the east. Bands in the west, rockstar, black Beetle type. Bands on his bread. And baby, I want it, and I just be honest. Cause I just can't front when I look at you. Just keep it 100 when I throw these hundreds. I hope that your ass gon' know what to do. Do it like that. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Come my way, cause I like it. That's my.
Make some noise for New Taipei Queens！ 谢谢我们新北国王啦啦队。
2022最后一场比赛将由新北国王面对高雄17直播钢铁人的挑战，双方的超级英雄已经准备就绪，一起来迎接最后一场比赛。首先为各位介绍客队高雄17直播钢铁人，1号林柏豪，2号张杰伟，10号王柏志，11号林君豪，12号郑德伟，13号吕正如，14号邱国章，20号孙诗瑶。接下来为各位介绍先发5人 Starting Five：4号陈佑维，8号王绿霞，19号艾伦，23号蓝少福，55号克拉索夫。带领总教练洪启超，助理教练李婉如，总经理高景言，篮球事务营运长郑志荣。接下来，请现场的球迷朋友们将你们的目光一致上方大荧幕，手中的拍拍扇跟着节奏一起来。 准备好了吗 ？Are you ready？ 接下来进场的是新北国王。首先为各位介绍 Number 24， 关键大心脏，小胖洪志胜。Number 10， 禁卫军弓箭手，微笑。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. 7 hours before you ring in 2023, welcome to the New Year's Eve edition of P.LEAGUE basketball. It's the new Taipei Kings hosting the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers here in Xinzhuang Gymnasium. The former made the playoffs in their inaugural season and are the current #1 team in the league, while the other is trying to get on track yet again. We have the Kings player introductions ongoing.
Number 50， 禁卫军门神 Q 昆西 David。接下来为各位介绍新北国王先发五人 ，Starting Five。Number 1， 左右开弓，Joseph Lee 林书伟。Number 9， 全能后场指挥官。新北代表梦玫瑰李凯燕。Number 11， 禁卫军高炮塔奥斯汀 Day 奥蒂。Number 5， 禁区猛兽熊大Baron Burns。Finally, Number 6， 禁卫军士官长，新北大美族战士杨继明。总教练阮马胜，助理教练马卡帕拉，许浩成，体能教练刘振宇，首席体能分析师张崇熙，数据分析师林振宇。球队经理洪之虎，防护员邱博凯、吴松豪，总经理毛家恩，执行长陈信生，董事长王文霞。
This weekend, the Kings will be making the debut of the new Taipei City edition of jerseys, a design that they've been working on since the preseason. Walter Wong on hand to take in the game as we bring you the standings. Just now, the Dreamers Lioneers game right before the broadcast came on saw the Lioneers emerge as the number 4 seed over the Dreamers, having now 2 wins against their fellow inaugural team opponents. On the screen, on the Mandarin broadcast, is Xiaohu Hu Jinqi on the left and Eddie Zhang Yaozong. Bring you the Mandarin commentary. I'm Ryan Chen on the solo English broadcast. 球迷朋友们，你当然找到了 P.LEAGUE 的英文转播，谢谢你的收看。但坐在我旁边是小胡跟耀宗的讲播，当然按到官方的中文转播连接即可。What a difference a year makes. Last season up to 2021. The Kings had a piece of third place for 3 consecutive weeks from.
嗨，大家好，我是新美光主持人彭尊。那今天呢，要为大家介绍新美光的商品部。那首先呢，大家呢可以看到我手上这只去年呢跟 Remix 合作的新美光合作的一只熊呢，身上呢它其实就是用球叶材质做成。那因为实在太受好评了，所以这一次呢，第2季呢，我们再一次呢跟 Remix 合作。那这一次呢是用 Remix 非常经典的烟熏的形状，再搭配 Kings 的 logo， 不只是所有球迷也照顾到，甚至连球迷的小朋友们也照顾到。所以呢，首次呢推出呢小朋友的商品， 让全家人都可以一起来做应援。那另外呢，很特别的是，我们新美国王呢，其实呢很多呢也都是有家庭组成的，所以小朋友的球衣也帮大家准备好了。主场的一个非常限量，就是我身上穿的这件黄色的帽 T 呢，是只有在我们新美国王主场呢才可以购买到。那我们这一次呢，在12月30以及1月1呢都有比赛。除了球场上球员们的拼劲以外呢，他们也穿上了我们这一次限定的天际线城市版本系列。那它是由天际线以及呢建成呢，除了场上球员们拼劲，也象征着新北市民们好不好日夜为这个城市打拼，让它欣欣向荣的一个象征。那最后呢，如果你看完比赛受不了，我们新美国王也推出了夜光篮球。你看完比赛之后，你跨年呢还可以去投一投球，好不好？发光篮球。那在这边祝各位新年快乐！我们等一下球场见。
The main thing to take away from this new black jersey of the Kings is the sunset, kind of representing the day, afternoon, and night of how the Kings will represent New Taipei City. We caught up with Joseph Lin, Ling Sung-wei, pre-game. Asked him about the current state of the teams and, of course, maybe his expectations for the rest of the season after being a career Fubon Brave.
就一开始的时候，开季的时候，我有一点不知道跟球队怎么配，然后可能会先看其他队友怎么样，然后才开始找我自己的进攻。可是他们一直告诉我，就不管别的人，就你找你自己的进攻就好，因为他们知道我的能力在哪。So I guess just 可能磨合吧，just keep the chemistry with the teammates and see how I can improve. Yeah, I think just speak to our whole life. 我妈跟我爸就从小就一直支持我们要追我们的 passion. So 从小我们都一直打篮球，然后我妈就会一直在旁边。Like 我们打高中的时候，她也是 team driver. So whenever she always put us before her. So I think that just speaks to the kind of loving mom that I have.
Joseph Lin probably should have studied a little harder in Chinese school. Let me help translate some of that Chinglish. The first one was asking about how he fit into the team, and he started things off like any new player coming to a veteran team, saying being a little bit passive, trying to share the basketball, while his teammates, though, encouraged him to shoot and score. Other things he shared was the Kings have won in all kinds of ways, like Coach Marchand would share, but they need to stay close and even take the lead early, can't rely on those comebacks. And of course, most importantly, is the encouragement he gets from his parents and his family members to play basketball, primarily pointing out Mrs. Lin, his mother, for being the team bus driver of sorts. On the other side, we caught up with Hong Chi-zhao, interim head coach once again for the Steelers. It's 2 seasons.
当下的想法想说都已经有前2次的经验了嘛，所以第3次其实自己心里也会有一点准备啊，对啊，但是今年又更难了，对啊，因为在只有1胜的情况下要来接，那想必压力也是蛮大的啊。因为状况不同嘛，然后每个人可能会关注我们在球场上的跟球员的互动嘛，对啊，那其实我都把它当做一个学习啊。因为球迷跟我们的回馈，可能我自己会看一看，然后我自己有去反省想一下。那可能是因为有时候临场的状况，就是我讲的应变的能力可能还没有那么好，因为我也是算菜鸟教练嘛，对，然后我也是从当中去看，然后有些球员给我一些回馈，然后我也是听，然后也是希望经由每次的训练，然后自己可以慢慢整理一些思绪，对，然后希望自己可以在执教上可以越来越好，对。
Hong Chi-zhao, the 3rd time the interim coach for the Steelers. Last year in the middle of the season before Lale came in. This year before Dean Murray arrived in Taiwan. He says he's kind of ready for it, though the challenge is going to be even harder. The team with only 1 win on their record. It's a learning experience as the fans have watched and listened to his instructions. Sometimes to a little bit of teasing, but taking in their feedback and their players' feedback to make him the better coach. And assisting him in the basketball side is Tony Chen Zilong, who's the head of the basketball operations underneath Kenny Kaohsiung, the general manager. Well, who was that? Throwing up the ceremony opening tip, none other than Simu Liu. Liu Simu is the Mandarin name across the cards. You know him from Marvel Shang-Chi. Having a shooter sleeve on, maybe wants to play a little pickup after the game. In 2022, with 1 day left, he, in this calendar year, also published We Were Dreamers, an immigrant superhero origin story, a memoir to his and his family's journey.
3, 2, 1.
There it is. Unofficially won by Byron Mullins in the jump circle. And the new player to introduce on the English broadcast when we get to it. Hong Yur-han will be the crew chief of tonight's officiating staff as the reporters scurry away from the sidelines right in front of us. The starting lineup for the Steelers from left to right: Jerry, Chen Youwei, Lewis, Wang Luxiang, Aaron Harrison, Lansofu, and Kratzov. For the Kings, it's Kyle, Joseph, Amigo, Austin Day, and Byron Mullins as we get this tip-off going and the game underway. The ball is in play, and it's going to be won by the Steelers wearing their white jersey set against the Kings, of course, as mentioned, wearing their City Edition jerseys for the first time. Harrison takes the early three. It's going to bounce off the front end of the rim to the Steelers' second chance. Down to Kratzov, the Ukrainian center who came in partway through the season. Gary, shot fake to the runner, no. Kratzov is right there, a foul first though. And it's going to be a loose ball foul. You see a little bit of the bump in the air. Loose ball and a loose ball foul. It's going to be on Austin Day. Not exactly a smooth start, but that's how things go sometimes. Day's making his fourth appearance in the Plus League. It looks like the referees are going to go to the monitor just to double check if there was an unsportsmanlike foul. We've seen a couple of those in the earlier game. In fact, in a close succession, Achi had the kind of clear path foul, which in the FIBA rulebook is an unsportsmanlike. Then on the other side, Oscar held up Gilbeck. That was an unsportsmanlike foul. Well, the referees, after giving it a look, just a common loose ball foul, and so one for each team now. Horn set by the Steelers, and the backdoor pass is missed. Everybody's still getting in the rhythm. Missing the pass is number 55, Vyacheslav Kratzov. The English broadcaster's first chance to get a close look at him. As Lansofu gets Day in the air and he misses the three, but Byron Mullins had a good position and will go right at the Ukrainian. The baseline fadeaway for the first points in the game. It's been a while since the Kings have played at home as Lansofu airballs that mid-range shot. The Kings last played at home December 2nd against the Pilots for a victory. Amigo on the handoff, but something was lost in communication there. I haven't even got through some of my pre-game notes between the two teams. You see Coach Marchand patrolling the sideline for the Kings. Last season, the Kings had the 4-2 head-to-head record advantage, plus 47, as Kravtsov goes to work and lays it in from the right side. So a tie game at 2. The Kings held the Steelers to their lowest 89 points per game, even though defense wasn't exactly the Kings' calling card last season. It's Joseph Lin bouncing in and out with that 3. He jumps in, though, to intercept this pass. Got a little 3-on-2 going on over to backcourt mate Kyle. This layup, but Byron Mullins is right there for the putback. Mullins is one of the league leaders. He played every game for the Kings, averaging 19.7 points per game, as Harrison gets his way to the mid-range but misses off the backboard. Quickly down the floor, Amigo swirls it in. Amigo coming off last year's MVP campaign, taking a little bit slower, but he has a lot more firepower thanks to the additions of Joseph Lin. After offensive rebound, Lansall was off the mark. They're showing the scrappiness. Second start in a row for Little Lu Wang Luxiang. He gets the offensive board, and on the other side, it's the foul on defense. Gives Amigo too much space there. Off the down screen and the pick and roll. Kings cover it up. Pocket pass stuffed by Byron Mullins. They're going to call a wedgie. And possession will be for the Kings. So interesting how the scorekeepers take care of that one. I assume it would be a block and maybe a team rebound then. So a strong start for the Kings continue. This season against the Steelers, they are 1-1. Both of those matchups in Kaohsiung, as there's another whistle. It's on Jerry with a blocking foul. So 2 days after the Kings' last home game. We've seen that before, actually on that very same side of the rim, on a free throw though. So anyways, 2 days after the Kings' last home game, they played on a Tuesday against the Steelers, and it was the Steelers' first and only win of the season as Austin Day knocks down the deep 3. And now a 10-2 lead. 115-95 was that score, but then the Kings bounced back and took the game on December 20th on another Tuesday night, but a relatively easy, shall we say, cruising win, 100-89. Coach Marchand, Byron Mullins, and the group were saying they shook that game off really quick. Joseph Lin giving some space, missed the floater, almost got his own board, and they call it off of a Steeler, so another chance for the team in black. The thing about that second game is Femi Olujobi only had 4 points. Austin Day misses up close. He's been a big part of the team, but nursing that ankle injury he sustained in that second game. In the first game, 27 points, 18 rebounds as Harrison misses again from the mid-range. They bring it up court. Amigo has to strip that out of bounds. They'll stay with the Kings, but they have all the momentum in the game right now. Next dead ball will be our first stoppage of the game, but the Kings inbound from the baseline. Mullins Getting the screen, will fire it away and splashes it down. They continue to build on the lead. Down to Kratsov. Trying to work to the left side, eventually gets the step, but the ball doesn't bounce his way. Kyle, ball stays in bounds, they say. Little Lou will pick it up. Fast break opportunity for the Steelers. Jerry, softly, but down low. Kratsov is the one who makes the basket. Byron Mullins had that one pass sneak around him. Back door, but Harrison gets a hand on it. That will be our first stoppage in the game. Kings with the early lead. Steelers with a new head coach at the helm. Their first.
One in 99 reason bitches hate me. Love it when I poke it out and they fake sleep. Hit it from the back, making beats like taking. Girl, he love it. I'ma shake it like dice. Wrapped around my finger, eat booty from the bite. Booty make it cry, booty make a nigga swipe. Booty walk him in the store and tell him hurry up and buy. Shake what you got to get. It's a lot of bitches wishing they could see me there. Shake what you got to get. I'ma make them pay the second round of this BBL. Who else got an ass like you? Who else throw it back like you? What else make a man like?
Viewers, like it up for 2023. As the Queens conclude their performance, we are just moments away from getting back to the action between this Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers against New Taipei Kings. As mentioned, matching up for the first time here in Xingzhuang this season. The Kings have played 5 home games and have won 4 of them. As we see the tic-tac-toe action between Jerry, Lansofo, and Kratsov finishing things up. The newest member of the Steelers having a revolving door on their import roster side of things. They defend, try to cut into this lead by the Kings. Xiaopeng, first action in the game, ends up committing a foul on defense. He's the only substitution for both teams. Kratsov trying to find a teammate. There's Little Lou, 6 seconds on the clock. Loses his footing and drops the basketball. Venti out to Kyle, his deep 3 is too long. Out of bounds will stay with the Kings, my mistake. And Captain Lu Zhenlu with the close shave. He's also in the game. Taking the place of Harrison, he jumps in front of that pass. And we'll have the easiest 2 of the game. Right place, right time. He's not had a so successful second season after being all Plus League first team last year. Not all that fast though. You just time it up right, makes it easy. 13-8 the score. Venti will pop out for 3. He got it. That's his second of the first quarter. That time on a pick and pop. Karatsev will try from the free throw line, and he's got that mid-range make. Mullins from a step even further. No problem. Continue on to build the lead for the Kings. Taking a few bounces in the post. Karatsev will go left and get the shot up. And if that's on Byron Mullins, that's only his first personal. A couple subs for the Kings. Xiaoming Chen Junan will come in along with number 13 Yang Xingzi. Karatsev knocks out the first free throw. Typically in the Steelers import side of things, they like to give their imports a name with something with metal, but Karatsev is just no metallic pieces. From my understanding of these characters, you can look that up on the Plus League official site, PLEAGUEofficial.com. Good ball as Byron Mullins gets a little bit of an exercise. 2 games played. Karatsev is averaging 22 points and 12 rebounds. 52% field goal shooting, which would lead the team for any players that qualify. Kyle works with Mullins, but misses the 3. Long rebound to the Kings. And another. Byron Mullins still fighting hard. Will get the putback. They continue to build on the lead. Mullins with 15 points to his own. Captain Lou overshoots the 3. A lot of defensive attention. Don't want to let him get hot on the season at all. I'm sure the other teams will appreciate that as well. To the corner, Venti 3 is good. And the Steelers call timeout. The substitutions to make, but clearly don't have enough to check the Kings on the offensive end. 6 for 12 for the home team, but no makes for the road Steelers. There's the easy penetration, the back screen, and an opening for Venti, veteran of the national team, Chinese Taipei. From a spot he's not that familiar with, but that short corner does make it an easier shot. The Kings went 4-2 on this last road trip. They played the Steelers twice, which, like I mentioned, they were 1-1. But of course, that strength of schedule side of things will help in your favor. And on the Steelers side, some of their statistical numbers, that indicator with a 6, if you could read Mandarin characters. Most points given up, most paint points giving up, where 50.7 is way above the league average, 39.7, and fast break points given up, almost 15 per game, is almost 6 points more than the league average. They have a lot of different areas that they need to improve their defense. The modern coaches, and we've said on the English broadcast sometimes, your offense will lead to defense too. So if you turn the ball over or if you have a hurried shot, that could sometimes lead to easy run-out opportunities. Cheerleaders are delaying our start to the game. Now they're out. Number 20, Sun Siyao, is the local big in the game. Backdoor, Captain Lou looking for an outlet, and it's intercepted by Venti on a 2-on-1 with JJ. He'll slow it up. Already with a 13-point first quarter lead. Mullins with a heat check. Yes! I really don't want to be calling 4 quarters of a blowout, but that's what we have early on. Captain Liu with a nice footwork, and we'll get the bounce at the rim. So a couple layups for Captain Liu. As mentioned, not shooting the ball well outside. Venti to Chen. Little easy driving kick by the Kings. And the bounce. Friendly bounce going to JJ Jinyouze. Assist to number 13, Yang Xingzi. Also fresh in the game for the Steelers, number 1, Ling Guohao. Jerry to Kratzov. He can't get the finish after the bump. They're back on defense, but they don't match up. JJ did not exploit that advantage yet. Go under the screen and get a merciful miss by Venti. Nobody checks Kratzov, and he gets the easy left-handed slam. Kratzov has 9 points leading the Steelers. But Byron Mullins is the man of the night. Another 3. And that will tie the Plus League single quarter high, held previously by former teammate Chris McCullough. Ball stays in bounds, saved by the Kings. And they're on the run again. Steve misses the layup though, even though he got the nice Euro step for the opening. Quickly down the floor on the mismatch. An early foul by Yang Xingzi. Everything going the way of the Kings. They must really like this jersey. None other than Byron Mullins. They'll head to the bench. Probably won't get a chance to surpass that record, but tying is not bad. Kratzov will go to the line. An area where he can work on a little bit. Still early in the Plus League. His career, 16 for 29 coming into the game, good for 55%. As we are keeping an eye on the news sometimes, Kratzov registered birthplace Odessa in the Ukrainian. He'll get his first rest of the game. Quincy Davis is also in the game. Harrison checking the basketball. On the long time 3, 2, 1. Venti with a near make. Popped in the air. Quincy Davis saves the team but runs out of time. Trying to get a alley-oop there from a teammate. Well, that's the end of the first quarter. The Kings coming home. And with a strong start to this one. Meanwhile, the Steelers kind of getting the same narrative we had all season. But they got 3 quarters to fix things up. We'll be back after the break.
没有上到我们的电视、我们的大荧幕里。等一下，如果拍到你，记得跟我们的大家一起大声招呼。Hello， 这位朋友，哇，最近都很常上，跟我们的 Joe 一起秀出你的肌肉。OK， 有在练，可以。来，2位美女。 Hello， 秀出你的肌肉。Hi， Simu Liu，
Show me what you
Show your muscle， on the TV， 哇，我们师母哇，这个 popping， 这个 wave， 哎呀，哇，这个绝对不是只练1天2天的，我们的 Papa Simu， 大家给我们师母一点掌声吧。这个应该也可以充当一个中场表演了吧？这一段希望可以剪到我们这个10大精彩里面啊！好，跟着我们的 Joe 一起秀出你的肌肉。这2位戴着王冠，我们 New Taipei Kings 的朋友们，把你的双手举起来。Hello， show your muscle！ 哇，这个是真的有，这个是真的有，没有在开玩笑的哦。Hello， 小朋友，秀着他想吃饼干。
So you drop out of Deloitte, huh? I think he has a chance in the entertainment industry. Simu Liu, courtside here at the home of the New Taipei Kings on a New Year's Eve matchup against the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers. Although I'm sure he can argue, at least I got into Deloitte. The home team already with a 15-point first quarter lead. Sitting next to Walter Wong, chairman of the Kings group. JJ commits the foul from behind. Not on the floor, but starting us off with a league record performance, tied record performance. Byron Mullins, 21 points in the first quarter as Little Lou, Wang Luishan, throws the 3 off the jab step. As mentioned, getting his second start on the season, Little Lou is one of the league leaders in 3-point percentages. Game, but Quincy Davis leaves it short. Trying to go down the other side of the floor, but commit a travel in transition. A lot of early turnovers by the Steelers. Yeah, 5 in the first quarter, make that 6. Ball pops out, but Venti chases after it. As Yang Chuzhu steps up for a long 2, no. Quincy Davis and Sun Siyao, former teammates in the inaugural season on the Pilots, though seems like so long ago. He's trying to go one-on-one, puts it up, and leaves it out. I don't think the referee is an eligible player, but just a dead ball out of bounds. You can tell how good teammates the Kings are, as nobody's giving much of a reaction to Sun Junna's mishap. Little Lou taking the bump and will go to the line. Caught JJ in a disadvantaged position. Venti getting word as Austin Day checks into the game along with Kratzov and I think Lansov. Little Lou will step up to the free throw. Makes the first. 12 for 15 coming into this game, but more impressively, 38% three-point shooter. It was as high as 50 4 games into the season. He's having a much better sophomore year. And there he goes, missing the second. He came over to the Steelers in the trade with the Braves, who picked up Chen, second overall of the 2022 Plus League draft, but Little Lou trying to make his value worth as Quincy Davis is fouled underneath. left all alone. And a nice feed. So it looks like it'll be an assist if Quincy Davis can hit 1 or 2 free throws coming up. He clanks the first. The Kings defense on the road wasn't as strong as they'd like it to be, 95.9 points per game. And at home, only 98.6 points per game. But they also played well on their long 8-game road trip last year, going 6-2. Kratzov going to work on Q. Will get stuffed at the rim though. And ball out of bounds. Day came over for the help as well. And more substitutions for the Kings. In for the first time, number 19, Ling Jingbang. There you see, trying to get to the other side, but Day was providing the help. Quincy Davis with a kind of mild 0.8 blocks per game. Working with Ling Jingbang on the handoff, but that one's snuffed out by the Steelers, who will lose it out of bounds. Wondershoun's definitely had major troubles with his ball handling. Sometimes with a slip of his foot, though. I need to get a fast break dunk and get some new sneakers from the boss. Steelers previously gave up the fewest turnovers per game, 15.6. But as mentioned, they give up the most points off of turnovers. They successfully defend there. 10.8 points as they commit another turnover and foul in transition. So quickly, the mistakes are piling up.
少票员请求换人。好，我们呢这边有一件事情需要报道，我们的商品部那边呢有一位美眉呢走失了她的红色独角兽的衣服，当时捏捏头，拿了各位的家长。
They bound to Joseph Lin. Yet to get on the scoreboard yet. Finds an opening. Three is on the way, but missed. Quincy following it up. The little game between the two of them as Joseph missed, but Q is right there for the putback. And the Steelers, the note I had coming into the game was they rebound a little bit better than their opponents. But that advantage is going away. Harrison getting to the basket and laying it in. Seems like he's better in this game when it's harder. Now pokes it out of bounds. A little frustration there. As I was saying, the Steelers, previously #1, now #3 at 70.7% of the defensive rebounds. You see the nice move there. But they get the fewest offensive rebounds, 26% or 14.7 points per game. Now, I bring this up as Joseph Lin all net with that three. I bring this up because if the Steelers are going to lose the three-point shooting margin, side of the backboard by Lin Guohao, then they need more possessions. And if they turn it over more and they don't get rebounds, that's going to be a problem. Joseph Lin swirls out the three, a chance for the Steelers to run. Jerry will hand off to Kratzov, who eventually stumbles his way to a made basket. And a timeout by the Kings. Seems their second quarter margin decrease slowly but surely. 8:16 left on the clock. 38 Kings, 25 Steelers as we got another break.
碎花的袜子 ，OK。那这一位家长呢，如果看到自己的小朋友，麻烦记得赶快去找到自己的小朋友。那我们有接到球，刚刚有接到球的朋友，麻烦呢到我们的商品部的东侧，我们的主题周摊位呢集合。感谢各位接到球的朋友，请到我们的商品部东侧的主题周摊位。
on New Year's Day, the Lioneers try to get their revenge on the Pilots in Hsinchu. And here in Xinzhuang, it's 神仙打架 2.0 between the Braves and the Kings. Going to be a continued stretch without Byron Mullins, the leading scorer on the game with 21 points. So far in the second quarter, the Steelers have a slight advantage, 8-6 on the scoreboard. In the second quarter, of course, so a little ways to go to tie and get ahead of the Kings. Quincy providing the screening as Joseph Lin can't deliver the pass, a turnover. Kratzov, outlet all the way to Harrison, not a great fast break. Trying to take advantage of speed. He'll get the whistle. With a speed mismatch against Quincy there. Harrison will go to the line. A foul on Day. Harrison stepping up the line, averaging 21 points per game. Makes the first. He does lead the team in free throw shooting, 92%. That's 24 makes on 26 attempts. Very good from the line, and he continues to be very good from the line. Steelers, of course, under interim head coach Hong Ji-Tao. Quick pass down low. Day able to get it back, but he's doubled. Finds Jinpeng, who floats it in. Well, as good as the Steelers play defense, left one man open, and he hurt him. Jerry to Kratzov, nice feed to Lansov, who finishes through the foul. That play all started by Jerry's hockey assist to Kratzov. Found a Lansov taking advantage of a little 2-on-1 down low. Lansov getting his 5th start of the season, even ahead of fellow college teammate Tang and Wang Guozi. Kind of to the mystery of our commentators and fans, sat the entire game pretty much Tuesday against the Lioneers. Even though he usually plays the Lioneers pretty good, Day will get a 3 opportunity. No, as Harrison tracks it down. But on the King side, they have Joseph and Kyle Lin, the starting backcourt, and a couple guys come over for the help. Kings with numbers. Joseph, back to Kyle. Not great spacing, but they find Q with an advantage, and he throws it overhead of Ling Jingbang, who was trying to make a cut. Anyways, Joseph Lin, he kind of identifies as a key cog. When he was out, the Kings lost to the Steelers. You see Day coming over for the help. But he had 14 points and only 33 minutes played in the win. Mullins is back in the game, but they turn it over. Joseph Lin gets the easy lay. Bring it back to a 12-point lead. A little tiptoe jump shot by Kratzov. That's 15 points for him. Steelers got to lock it in on defense, but leave Day open. His 3, also a miss. The Kings are pulling down, and besides Byron Mullins, nobody else has multiple makes. To the basket, but Jerry can't get the finish. Quick turnover in transition. Jerry on the pick. Floats it up to Kratzov, who can't take the bump from behind. Down the floor, a little give and go. Day rolls it in. And a timeout by the Steelers. Kind of left in the daze. The Steelers have seen their progress in the second quarter erased. There we see the contact that Kratzov is tried to play through, but could not. He'll head to the bench. So prior to tonight's game, the Steelers saw another head coach dismiss. It was Dean Murray on Thursday. He took the reins on November 12th. Steelers at Dreamers. He was 1-10 as the head coach. The game he did not coach for the Steelers this season prior to tonight was the opening Sunday loss to the Braves. That one coached by Ho Ji-Tao, whose interim 3-7 record is even better than the Steelers team record without him at the head coaching spot at 7-24, which is only good for 22.6 winning percentage. There's Byron Mullins with a none on the headband. That's not part of his name, but maybe a little bit of a self-reminder. Byron Mullins, of course, with a game-leading 21 points, has yet to score in the second quarter, but that's definitely a concern if you're the Steelers. Leading a scorer, leading rebounder, leading a shot blocker for the Kings. Putting in good work, of course. Lost a lot of weight prior to the start of the season. And is playing excellent. And along with maybe Chris Johnson, front runners for Import of the Year. So out of the timeout. Jerry Lansdorf will tank fresh in the game, but looks off that first shot and airballs the runner. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Looking for Mullins on the block, but they go away from him. Backdoor, lead will go to the reverse and spins it in. Great offense and even better finishing. There he jumps the pass and will get an out of bounds off the Steelers. And a sneak attack there on Aaron Harrison. A couple great possessions, but he'll head to the bench. Looking for no substitutions. Running out of outlets. Austin Day took a hit on the sideline. He finally gets up with a limp. And yet the Kings created an opening for Kyle. Little is back in the game. That's off with the teammate Tank in the corner. Gets off the side of the backboard and almost in. Byron Mullins smartly plays it off the rim. That's legal defense there after the ball touches the rim first time. Rhythm picks up and you might hear the boss nearby getting getting a rare center courtside seat is Charles Blackie Chen, Chen Jianzhou. Little horn set, Kyle with an opening, but Harrison is better with the defense. And Ling Jinbang jumps the pass again, but this time will be Steelers' ball. Here we see Kyle almost with the opening, but Harrison stays with the play. That's just a rookie play there by second-year Lan Shaofu, trying to get it to a veteran teammate, but Ling Jingbang is always around nearby. Amigo's in the game, and so even more veteran leadership and scoring coming back on the floor for the Kings. Harrison will go to the left, but can't get the runner. A lot of defensive attention crashing in. Joseph Lim fires away, no. So besides Byron Mullins, not a lot of three shooting, and finally a three made by the Steelers, none other than Tang. And that's basketball for you. You can always turn it around, no matter what kind of start you had. Off the rim, Tank comes down with the board. They don't find Kratzov, but it's Tank who gets to the left side and get the lay-in. 5 straight points for number 10. And just like that, the Kings will call timeout. You never know who it's going to be, and it's number 10, Wang Bozi, with a couple baskets. For shooting the three ball. Starting to become a major weapon for him last year, and then the little tricky step there in transition. Initially, you thought it was a mistake for them not to go to Kratzov on the fast break, but a little 2-on-1 there, won by the Steelers. Wang Bozi, native of Geelong out of NTSU, coming off the bench and giving the Steelers a spark. Now on the quarter, it's 20-14 Steelers. Will have their second made three on the game by none other than Tank. Wang Yuxiang hit the one earlier. They've not even taken that many attempts. Last year being a three-point happy shooting team just like the Kings. The Kings themselves already 24 attempts from the outside on 9 makes. Good for 37%. You see Marchand and staff. They gotta hydrate too. Byron Mullins, 5 attempts. Austin Day, Joseph Lin, each with 5 three-point attempts, but only Mullins, perfect 5 and 5. Got a deep possession. And slams it, a facial on the newcomer to the league. Now from the mid-range, bounced out. Chance for the Kings to run. Joseph Lin, and it's down as the Kings have crossed the half-century mark with a minute left in the half. Chopo's on number 14, he's fresh in the game, getting more playing time in recent games. Guided by Amigo, running low on time. It's going Gonna be a miss at the rim by Little Lou. Numbers for the Kings. Captain Lou steps in front of the pass, stopping the break. There we see the back door. Little Lou missing the layup creates an opportunity at the rim, but prior to that, Byron Mullins way too deep to defend there. Joseph Lin tricks his dribble, but that's partially swatted by Kratzov. Mullins will get the foul, and the tricky footwork there down low. Kratzov's second personal. Everybody gets to catch their breath before the end. One thing that has not happened a lot is Kings free throws. Only Quincy Davis, 1 for 2. Now Byron Mullins misses his first. As strong of a season as he's had, the free throw line has been an area that Mullins can improve on. 61% coming into tonight. He makes the adjustment. Back to a 15-point lead. Kratzov trying to take advantage of Mullins, directing traffic on defense. The miss. Nico will pull it out. Will attack Tank on the dribble. Former teammates on the Dreamers. Tough, deep shot. It's an air ball. Little Lou will see the time expire. Well, that's the end of the first half. It's kind of a big margin, as the Steelers have a few bright spots, but it's not really showing up in the scoreboard. It's halftime here in Xingfang. Thanks for watching this Plus League broadcast. We'll be back after this.
森宝集团呢，为了让诸位都能开心的迎新年，今天呢，我们于中场进行我们的 Sample 森宝中场 Logo Shot 活动。我们呢将邀请4位幸运的球迷朋友们来与我们一起共襄盛举，一起同乐。我们呢每个人将有1次的中场 Logo Shot 机会，投中的呢就可以获得我们价值34800元的65寸森宝4K QLED 量子点旗舰通天雷。好，麻烦我们工作人员呢帮我们招募一下刚刚拿到球的 Logo Shot 的朋友。
来，我们参赛的朋友先到我们中间 logo 的地方来熟悉一下下。
Dreams are reality's piece. Blow steam in the face of the beast. The sky can fall down, the wind can cry now. The strong in me, I still smile.
来，请所有的参赛者到我们中间 logo 的地方，可以准备一下哦，暖暖你的手臂，暖暖的脚踝。等一下，然后投出 logo shot。
我们4位选手都到齐了 ，OK， 我们最后1位选手也来了哈。好了，我们呢中场的规则非常简单，就像我刚才讲的，我们今天是 logo shot。logo shot 顾名思义就是站在我们的 logo 中间，然后我们可以助跑，不要超过白线哈。我们可以跑到中间投出，那1人有1球的机会，投中的话，先投中的话，就可以获得我们价值34800元的 65寸森宝4K QLED 量子点旗舰轰天雷。所以呢，这几位朋友都准备好了，麻烦上到我们的这个中间的 logo 的位置啊！大家这时候都你来，对，最客气，没有关系，先试的好不好？说不定你第一个投就中了。好，麻烦我们第一位，来，好，没关系，谁先都一样，反正你等一下又投进了，对不对？好。这位穿着呢9号，我们凯燕国王的衣服。
A little halftime competition with the half-court shot. But that's not part of our broadcast. It's Xiaohu and Eddie Zhang Yaozong on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, providing you the English commentary here in the Plus League. So far, this first half has belonged to the home New Taipei Kings up against the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers for the third time this season. There's the combined team statistics where the Kings are a sweet 10 for 25 three-point shooting, including 5 for 5 by Byron Mullen. They're also grabbing more rebounds and have also shared the basketball a little bit more. The Kings defense is staying in, but the Steelers have not taken that many threes, and that challenge is really not going the way of the Steelers. So I wonder if they might adjust their shot selection down the stretch. Now, with 19 turnovers combined by the two teams, the transition is still owned by the Kings, where the Steelers have not done a great job matching up to the shooters on the outside in transition, while the Steelers on the other side slow down so often in transition, not really running their lanes all that effectively, or not drawing that defense in with attacks to the basket. One man who has been doing it is the newest member of the Steelers, Vyacheslav Kratsov, the Ukrainian center, who's played on the national team, has got a little bit of history there, but not enough to make up the difference. Now the Kings do own the pace of the game, having a deeper rotation of players who know their roles and are playing well in their roles, whereas the Steelers kind of question of who's going to step up. Obviously, Chen has not played a lot of minutes. Captain Liu is kind of shy shooting the ball from outside. They've already had 9 players on the floor, but nobody has really found a great rhythm offensively and defensively. They need to get stops as a team collectively, having giving up the most points, the highest shooting percentage in the league. They've had found a little bit of success with Kratsov trying to dish some assists to his teammates on the King side. They're finding those easy opportunities and sometimes the hard ones too. There you see Ling Jingfang finishing with the athletic reverse. They don't have anyone scoring in double digits, but 52 points with a starlit start on this back-to-back homestand for the Kings. We'll go to a break. The rest of halftime coming up.
TEC 电风扇，恭喜这位朋友！哎，上次我也有拍照的机会。这电风扇冬天我吹不到，会冷。好 ，OK， 我们来看一下前方。好的，恭喜你！也因为你的关系哦，我可以正大光明的上到我们的 IG 粉专的，谢谢你。好，我们留个资料哦，恭喜你获得我们这个联名电风扇。这个电风扇呢是由 PLG 跟我们的森宝 Sample 一起联名的哦，真的是绝无仅有啊！好，在开场的时候呢，我们也有提到我们的国王运动休闲服装合作伙伴 Lululemon， 也希望呢能让各位都可以体验兼具时尚与机能的运动服饰。我们本季呢新装城堡20场主场赛事，每场呢将会随机的抽选一位幸运的球迷。 那可以在该赛事结束后的1个月的期间内，前往 Lululemon 任意门市进行产品体验。除了这个之外呢，还可以带走价值8000元的等值价值商品。现在呢，我们要准备公开抽中我们 Lululemon 大奖的幸运儿，请把我们的目光放到上方的大荧幕。好，我们的上方的大荧幕。好，我们的上面的规则呢，相信大家都非常清楚了。我们现在要抽出一位。好的，这一位幸运得主呢，他的名字叫做谢星辰，坐在我们的 C 区3排之46号。C 区3排之46号。恭喜你呢，获得我们 Lululemon 在本1个月留好我们的票根，就可以去 Lululemon 任意门市换取我们8000元等值的商品。恭喜你！请记得哦，刚刚的那位朋友要到我们的主题摊位去领取我们的这个奖品。感谢你。那我们呢？等一下比赛在5分钟之后就要继续进行，希望呢大家可以在这个2022的最后一天，把你们所有的能量都拿出来。当然呢，我们要嘶吼到明天，还有我们一场非常精彩的双北大战。
Welcome back to the broadcast. Be sure to leave a like and help promote our Plus League stream. The fans in attendance getting the new Taipei Kings New Year's Eve, New Year's Day celebration crown, and very limited number of seats still available for tomorrow's rematch on the New Year's weekend against the Braves. We'll bring you the leading scorers so far in the game. Gratzov, number 55, has got 15, who leads the Steelers. Little Wang Yuxiang knocked down a 3. He has 6-point tank. A 3-pointer and a fancy layup. He's got 5. And Gratzov has been a real focal point for the Steelers offense. Whether he's finding those opportunities, running in transition, or getting an advantage where he can dish assist to his teammates down low. But he's kind of the only consistent offensive focal point. Meanwhile, for the Kings, Byron Mullins started the game with 21 in the first quarter, 24 so far in the half. Joseph Lin with 8, Austin Day with 5, Ding Chupong with 4 points. And Byron Mullins, as mentioned, having another strong game. Improving on that 3-point shooting, coming into the game at 35%, but 5 for 5. Completely opens up the Kings offense. And one time I got to talk to him, he said, I felt like I was open every time in the 38-point game against the Braves, but sometimes he wasn't that open, but he can make them anyways, and of course finishing things off with a facial dunk. We got another break before the start of the second half.
I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 through the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Why they on me? I'm flying, sipping low key. I'm sipping low key in Onyx, find a rider. When I'm pulling up right beside you. Pop star Lil Mariah. When I text kick game wireless, throw a stack on the Bible. Never Snapchat or took Molly. She fall through plenty, her and all her guineas. Yeah, we at the top floor, right there off Duini. Yeah. Oh no, I can't f with y'all. Yeah, when I'm with my squad, I cannot do no wrong. Yeah, saucing in the city, don't get misinformed. Yeah, they gon' pull up on you. Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a place you cannot stay. Or you can't go, or I don't know. Or back the f up off you. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
I wanna press my line, yeah. I wanna press my. I wanna green like I wanna be like I wanna press my line, yeah. I wanna take that ride, yeah. I'm gonna press my line. I wanna green like I wanna be like I wanna press my. Mama dear, spare your feelings. I'm reliving moments, feeling more residual. I can buy the building, burn the building, take it, rebuild the building, just some more. I can justify my love for you and touch the sky, forgot to stop the bidding war. Put the on the pedestal.
About 30 seconds from the ball being inbounded here for the second half in this Steelers-Kings matchup. And tomorrow, in the early game, we have Zhang Zhenyao Mayao against Zhong Yuhao, the first overall picks in consecutive drafts, matching up in the Pilots Lioneers game. And here, Zheng Xiangjun and Quincy Davis are on the posters of Shenzhen Dajian number 2. Last season, the Kings were 6-2 at home before losing 6 of 7 to end the season. So they want to improve on that mark. Of course, it is a long season left. Meanwhile, the Steelers lowest road points per game at 87.9. We got an early bucket off the bank by Kyle Lee Kai-Ye. Whereas the Steelers defense gives about the same number of points, 106 at home, 104.3 on the road. Little Lou will catch and shoot off the mark. Day and Amigo on the side. Day will attack off the dribble, getting the lucky bounce. And so a 4-0 start for the Kings. And now Jerry will miss the shot, and Kratzov will pick it up and score for the first points of the Steelers in the half. Out to Joseph. This three is in on the assisted handoff by Byron Mullins. Easy play there, and for some reason the Steelers always want to go under. Little hammer action, and Little Lou will hit Kratzov, but the defense was there to challenge him. In transition, the floater dropped in by Joe Lin. And that forces the Steelers to call timeout. Less than 2 minutes off the clock, and we're back to a little break here in Xinzhuang.
拿到我们熊熊的是我们 VIP 区座位，是我们第一个是我们 C2 之1 69号，还有我们第二个是 C3 之3 80号。那当然呢，我们拿到我们 MVP 摇头公仔杨敬敏摇头公仔的是我们 A 区座位是 C2 之1 69号 ，C3 之3 80号 ，C3。好，我们呢，等一下呢会再公布我们这个得奖者。
The Kings continue to extend on their lead with a quick 8-0 run here in the third quarter. A couple buckets from Joseph Lin, Austin Day, and Kyle have gotten in on the action. Meanwhile, the Steelers have only been able to muster a putback by Kratsov. Have not had any stops on the quarter. In fact, I don't think it'll continue, but the Kings are a perfect 4-4 on the field as Jerry gets all the way to the cup. Second-year player out of Taiwan Normal University, was the Rookie of the Year, and along with Captain Liu, Plus League first-teamer. Harrison reaches in and fouls Joseph. Would have been a good play if he got ball. There we see the handoff with Tank and not enough help behind. The Steelers do force the least amount of turnovers at 13.9 per game as Kyle sneaks his way to the hole. The Steelers only score 6.3 points off of those turnovers. You've got to win the turnover battle and possession battle, especially if you're not going to score at a high level. Tank will miss at the rim. And Day, left all alone, will get the easy score, and that's unexcusable if you're the Steelers. Interesting double screen as Harrison will try from three, but it's off to the left. Joseph Lin trying the tricky shot, and there's a miss. More high screen and roll. As Kratsov rolls in this two-pointer. Whistle right in front of me. Lansoff will come in. You see, not good with the communication. It was really a 3-on-4 fast break, and Day just cut his way to the basket for the easy score. Nobody checks Kyle. He gets to the cup and gets the lay-in. And right now, the Steelers are just running through the motions. Not a lot of resistance on defense. Captain on the catch, slips it to Kratsov, who collects, can't get the finish, and Lansoff is right there to pick him up. Now, in college, Lansoff was excellent, and in the interleague game too, at getting those putbacks as the double coverage on Mullins. Let Joseph Lin lay in the reverse. Having another strong game. Harrison tries in the corner this time. And no hurry at all. Big Day going one-on-one against Self. Jerry down the Self, takes the bump, but it's not enough length, and that's a turnover, but The Kings give it right back. There's Jerry from the corner. Good momentum for the Steelers, but Coach Marchand's gonna let the guys play through it. Day from the left side, in and out. Give him room. Kratzhoff had that one deflected by Mullins. Easy stop there. This time they do a better job on Day, but they commit the foul. That makes it 3 on the Steelers, none by the Kings. Harrison trying to guard Amigo tight. Joseph Lin will try from 3. He hits it. Now with a personal 17 points on the game. He's now leading the Kings on the quarter with 9 points. Leading the break after the Kings once again get a successful defense. They've secured all 7 defensive rebounds. Well, 7 out of 9, excuse me. The Steelers have 2 and now get a steal. Harrison pushes it up. Little 4-on-1. Joseph Lin read it. Kind of lucky to just commit the common foul there. Rare fast break. Decently executed by the Steelers. This is where Jerry's got to fake out Joseph Lin and go to the hoop. Real cute moment as Byron Mullins bowed to the court as he left. With a few substitutions for both teams. Another chance for Kratzhoff on the line. Makes it 20 points for his night. Only a 1-for-2 trip. The Steelers, both for 2-point and 3-point range, have the biggest home and away splits. Minus 7.1 from 2, which is only 44% lowest on the road as Day hits from the mid-range. 51% at home. Fengshan Stadium is kind of turning into an offensive stadium, offensive environment as a turnover on the handoff. They're not exactly matched up. Steve getting Lansoff in the air and missing the shot. Kind of scary as a couple guys go down, but Wang Luxiang gets it across the timeline. Captain Liu with a bad miss, but a perfect rebound for Kratzhoff. Well, the Steelers are also minus 6.1 3-point shooting, only 28% on the road, which again is the lowest in the league. 34% at home, above league average. Xiaoming passing to Daming in the corner, no problem. Good little 2-man game there. And already a 26-point lead, and that equals the biggest any team has turned around. Last off to another turnover. Joseph Lin with more layups. And another Steeler timeout. Not much juice left in this one, folks. Now this officially is a lead that no team has come back from. Coach Hong Chi-Tao, Tony Zenzilong talking out outside of the huddle, probably trying to figure out who they want to bring in. As you see, the drive and kick, and the Steelers don't defend it properly and leave somebody open every time. Looking at their plus-minus numbers, they already have 2 players in minus 20 territory, 4 players in minus 10 or more of territory. The Steelers' January schedule have got a couple upcoming home games against the Pilots and Dreamers on a home day on, day off, day back on. It's special for them a couple times this season, and then home game on Saturday, January 14th against the Braves, and back here in Xinzhuang on the Tuesday, on the 17th against the Kings. That's not going to be an easy weekend. Then a game against the Braves to finish off the first half, proverbially before the Lunar New Year's break. With every passing game for this club, it seems like the season just gets longer and longer. Kaohsiung there in the suit, standing nearby, keeping an eye out on the team. Single Hall number 1's in the game. Little Lou looking for a teammate and has that one poked away. And the Kings probably getting the instructions to slow it up as Joseph Lin throws it out of bounds. Just as you thought they were slowing down, they throw it away. Little continuity offense now. Even Lassoff will open up top, and he knocks down the 3. Had his shooting struggles early in today's game, but good to see him hit one when the team needed it. Loose ball, and of course going the Kings' way. Quincy Davis will finish on the hoop from Joseph Lin. Missed our chance at an alley-oop before, but the Kings pick us up audience-wise. Salford will go to the cup, overshoot the layup. It takes about a foot too short for the putback. Day to Joseph Lin, and another missed assignment and another merciful miss by the Kings. Steelers swinging around. Now it's Tank's turn, and he leaves it short. He was leading the team in three-point shooting, 44%. That's presumably going to hold. So far, 1 for 3 on the afternoon as we have a defensive foul. I'm sure there's a way to calculate it, as you see Joseph Lin with a nice feed. But if somebody can come up with a stat of most uncompetitive minutes, the Steelers would be the lead leaders, as Lassoff gets a nice feed and scores. Just from a broadcaster's perspective, they have also not had a competitive season. There's the whistle blowing, and Let's see how the referees figured out as Quincy Davis hooked Tank as he was going through. But the referees say foul first. Advantage Q. Venti passes into the traps. And Tank will overshoot, blows the layup. There were defenders surrounding him, but really can't give those up. They turn it over on the other side, and Little Lou, well, that one blocked by Steve centering that. Successfully defend 4-on-5 and a little bit of momentum for the Steelers, but Lansoff shoots right into the block. You can compliment him for his effort, but sometimes he needs to know his limitations. Trying to guard Day, who forces one up. That'll be the end of the third quarter with one final frame left in this one. It's still all Kings. We'll be back after these messages.
我们等一下呢，邀请所有的球迷朋友们啊，跟我们的 Joe 一起秀出你的 muscle。 好，麻烦让我们呢看向上方的大荧幕，跟着我们的 Joe 一起秀出的，哇，一个人带2个女生，真的是，跟大家一起挥挥手 ，Hello， 可爱的小朋友，跟大家一起挥挥手。哇，这已经先比好了，这次真的有肌肉，哇，这太壮了吧！好的 ，Hello， 2位漂亮的朋友。 Hello， 2位漂亮的女生，我们一起来比出你的肌肉，跟我们的苏伟一起比出你的 muscle。Hello， 王董，还有我们董事长夫人，一起秀出你们的肌肉吧。Hello， 2位朋友，来一起秀出你们肌肉，没错。Hello， 跟我们 Joe 一起均衡一下，秀出你的肌肉。 Yeah, that's right. Hello.
Some of the faces in the crowd here at Xingzhuang Stadium, including that Tsinghua University's starting guard. A couple of experienced attendees, as we like to say colloquially on the broadcast. They'll bring on Harrison, Captain Lou, Lansofu, Tank, and Jerry. And for the Kings, little Quincy Davis plus Byron Mullins. Venti will play point guard. JJ and Steve, the wings. Backdoor, Captain Lou finishes on the layup. Maybe a few layups will boost Captain Lou's confidence. He's got 6 points on the game as Byron Mullins, tough finish over Tank. Points for number 5. successfully contests Tank's three, but Harrison takes it away. But there's Tank on the follow-up. We have so many cosmetic minutes in this one. Lansov who is called for the reaching foul there. One thing that we probably could have called out this entire game, the Steelers, just like many teams, having their local bigs, check Byron Mullins or Austin Day or any of the opponent's imports, as there's another three. Make him 6 for 6. Somebody start looking up the most three-point attempts without a miss record. He plays pretty good defense on Harrison, and his teammates help him out. Now from the corner, nice splash by number 19. First made three by Harrison on the game as Steve falls into the cheerleaders, and a transition opportunity for the Steelers. Screen for Jerry, gets the foul out of it. It's going to be on JJ, who's trying to plead his innocence. Himself a native of New Taipei City, then went to New Taipei's Nenren Industry High School, and then to not too far away Jianxing Technological University. So that campus is in Taoyuan, so how could he?
Oh shit!
Gary follow-ups his own miss. Little driving kick as Salfu missing, and he got his own rebound. So the cracks are starting to show with the Kings' concentration. Can't make the adjustment, and Venti will be called for the rebounding foul. Coach Marchand with a less than pleased look on the Kings sideline. Little pistol action. Now Harrison getting by Mullins, flipping to the other side, but look what I found. He finally gets the foul after the lucky ricochet. So many offensive rebounds, really wearing down the Kings, and they finally get a foul, but the possession's not over yet. We're gonna see a little bit of a on the wrist, but they let him play on, and they get a foul under the basket. Things keep going not the way of the Steelers. Another miss, and Lansov, look what I found. Getting the lucky ricochet into the hoop. So in that case, the possession's finally over for the Kings defensively, as Quincy Davis gets a foul on the other side. Ball goes away, and the referees are going to have a little talk with Hong Chi-Tao. Finally get it up to Quincy Davis, though Marchand does have a good argument. Not ready to go to the end of the bench. Kyle is headed toward the scorer's table. Who can't hit from mid-range. Quickly the other way, it's none other than Steve. Probably the best fast break layup taker that the Kings have. Just runs hard on those opportunities and catches the defense off guard. Kratzov going against two Kings big men and an easy block. Lansdorfer this time smartly dribbles out of it. Can't help his teammate. It's another Steelers turnover. 8 minutes left. Starting guard Kaohsiung will check in the game, and there you see Venti with a nice dime across the court. Back to Mullins, 7 for 7. He's counting things up. The record on the season is 7 3-pointers made by Joseph Lin in his 28-point game. Mullins will not take the three here. Nice tic-tac-toe for Quincy Davis at the elbow. Kratzov much deeper this time. Maybe he needs to consider shooting from some from beyond the arc. This time it's off. Oh. But a stop on the other end, and trying to wonder if the Kings are about ready to bring in their bench rotation. A little legal hop step by Q. Very soft move. So close, but Byron Mullins sure showing off his athleticism. Remember, he was retired during COVID. So impressive the way he's worked up his body, and the talent still left in there. The 33-year-old from Ohio, as Captain Lou drills the three. Now the Steelers zone up. Easy opportunity for Venti in the corner. Throws it in. That makes it 6 points for Venti's evening. Batted pass, right to us. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. This time from deep, but halfway down and out for Kratzov. Already tying his second season high, but Venti gives it up. Backdoor Kyle to Venti. beating the buzzer, but it's an overshoot. So 5-on-3 that eventually gets the Kaohsiung for the reverse.
2分克拉守护。
Deep three by Kyle, follows it right up, and misses the teardrop. Quincy Davis showing off his defensive prowess in transition, but it's Kaohsiung fouled at the rim. Besides Lan Shaofu, the only two with double-digit scoring for the Steelers, as Byron Mullins will check out of the game. That's really one the big man would have loved to finish. Kaohsiung is now 5 for 7 at the line tonight. But Harrison will take his place. So the Steelers only really with one big. And Lan Shaofu. Yu trying off his moves and drills the three. And on the other side, a missed pass. Misconnection between 14 Cho-Bo-Zang and Harrison. Coming in for the first time tonight, Xiaoli Ling Liren will come on to some fanfare. He'll be at the top left corner of the court on your screen, getting the double screen. See if Q can reward him with an assist. He does. Kind of a fan favorite from his own show on YouTube. And he's even got a membership thing going on. Nice back and forth play. Cho-Bo-Zang assist to Lan Shaofu. 12 points on his night. Yu this time from even further. It's 3. Nails it. Lan Shaofu can't return the favor, right to the hands of a king. With a step back, but planks it off to the right. Two and a half minutes left. Kings are about to bring in a big sushi. Shaofu fouls right before us. Gary will go down, Shaofu will go down. Just 2 points shy of his season scoring high of 14 points, Lan Shaofu. Xiaoli open again. Trapped by Captain Liu. The Steelers defend successfully. The basket and fouled. Looks like we might be done emptying the benches for now. Nope, Harrison's gonna go out for Lin Bohao.
上高别人请求换人，黄队场上尤其是防守犯规，邱国章罚球2次。
One disappointment after another. It's Captain Liu going down. And scored 9 points.
来了。
Really a 2-for-2 free throw chip. Kind of a win for the Steelers. Halfway down and out with Shaoli. Right to the basket. Big Sushi lays it in for 2. Definitely a highly anticipated signing by James Mao in the offseason. 26-year-old last playing with the champion tying basketball team in the SPL. Gets an easy rebound there. 197-centimeter forward, but had that fracture in his hand and wrist area. Made by Shaoli to the excitement of the crowd, still into this one. Harrison answers right back. So we got a couple possessions left in the game. From way downtown, it's going to be a miss, and that Shaoli 3 presumably will be the last of Plus League action at the end of 2022 and heading into the second half of the season on the calendar. Seems like the MCs need to figure out how the clock works, as that is the end of the game, a 109-86. The losing streak for the Steelers continue, and the Kings have a strong start at home. A little run of their own going on here with the #1 team. That's 4 straight as they prepare to face the 3rd place Taipei Fulham Braves tomorrow night, and the Steelers will next play on Friday, January 6th, hosting the Pilots. Still with only 1 win on their season. Post-game, we have a player interview, but got to bring you the image of Joseph Lin and Simu Liu having a moment post-game. Looking around, and it looks like Shaoli will be the player interviewed in the post-game. Really not much to share, as the Steelers do close it in a little bit, but a 23-point loss is not hardly any credit in your favor. And indeed, it is Shaoli, #7 for the Kings.
Hi.
Asked about the team's 4 straight victories and what his observations are
我以一个社会观察家的一个角色在下面看了很久，因为其实我们最近在这一波连胜里面，我们还蛮无私的，然后在每一波的攻守，我们都蛮强调下一波，就是这一波只要没攻进或没守住没关系，但就是强调我们专注在下一波，所以我们这一波连胜，其实我们在这个地方做得蛮好的。
Xiaoli saying they just focus on the next, and so moving on from one moment, one possession to the next is how they keep their success going. Now asked about the
其实就
final
还
threes
蛮
made.
怀念在球场上面的感觉啊。我讲怀念会不会很奇怪？应该不会吧？应该还好，应该还 OK 哦。对，就是可以在场上跟很好的选手在场上竞争，是一个很幸福的事情。那我也很珍惜。然后不管还可以打多久，只要可以穿上这件新北国王的球衣，为新北市奋战，然后为 PLEAGUE 打球，我觉得是一个很幸福的事情。我一定会很好好珍惜。
Xiaoli
哦，你是
saying
小胡是不是？
missing the court in the spotlight, playing with good players and against good players is
我
something
忘
he'll
了，不要这样子
treasure.
讲，我忘了。对，谢谢。今天12月31号，
Asked about
希望
his
大家
last New Year's
少喝一
resolution.
点水，然后保持健康、平安。我们迎接1月1号的曙光，谢谢大家。
Ironically suggesting you, the audience, to maybe hydrate not so much,
谢谢。
but be safe out there as we bring in 2023. Well, thanks for Xiaoli for joining our broadcast and sharing his observations, basketball or society or anything in between. We got one more break before coming back and wrapping things up from the home of the victorious Kings.
"大家尖叫声给我们 New Taipei Queens！ 看他们到这时候我们的现场观众已经慢慢离开，他们还是把我们最后一支舞跳出来，大家再给他们一点掌声，非常专业的啦啦队 New Taipei Queens！ 相信我们今年非常有机会争取我们年度最佳啦啦队，就交给你们了 New Taipei Queens！ 那我也要继续放非常好的。 来个变化，
as the Queens provide some of the post-game entertainment. Certainly a little bit more interesting than the product on the floor tonight, as the new Taipei Kings have a 109-86 victory to end their 2022. There's the combined team statistics where the Steelers noticeably are completely broke it down schematically, allowing the Kings to shoot almost 60% from two-point range and they're 40% from three-point range. And like mentioned, their turnovers are not resulting in good defensive stops, and their steals are not yielding a lot of points on the offensive end. They'll head into the next part of the schedule with a 1-12 record, 9 games out of first place. Meanwhile, the Kings will at least finish in first place, at least in first place or tied for first place, as they have a matchup against the Braves, and the second place Pilots will play the Lioneers, coming off back-to-back home victories. They're feeling a little bit better about their form after a couple of key trades with their roster. And we hope the Plus League can be more part of your everyday life and your routine. This 120-game schedule's got plenty of interesting matchups and key moments. Last weekend we had the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day extravaganza, and now New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. It's been a lot of fun to bring you some of these sometimes exciting and sometimes lopsided affairs here on the hardwood. But for our last bit, on behalf of Xiaohu and Eddie, the 6 teams in the league and our league operations, I've been Ryan Chen, and Happy New Year's, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.